Okay, good morning, everyone. Um, if you have a yoga block, we'll use that for some core cultivation. So if you have one, go ahead and place it at the back end of your yoga mat. If you don't have one, no worries, you'll get plenty without. It's just going to increase like integration to our midline. Um, Other than that, I was trying to deal with tech stuff right before this, and I'm not a tech girly. Um, but what I learned when I was away in Croatia and I was at this dance camp for pole um, is how far I'd come in being a beginner because it was really challenging, like way beyond the level that I'm at. And it had been a long time since I'd been in that position of feeling like a brand new beginner. Like this is outside of my realm. And this tech situation brought that experience back to the forefront. And so when we move through our flow today, we're going to be doing some different things. Uh, can we approach that with curiosity? And can we not just be curious about like the shapes and the movements themselves, but like the internal experience of trying something new? And um, I find that the more I dive into things that are unfamiliar and foreign and a little bit scary or something like I'm not good at right away, um, the easier it becomes. And then the more I crave that experience of diving into the deep end with something, allowing it to be really challenging and allowing myself to step through that. Because on the other side, the experience of being like, I did something that was really difficult and I continued to walk through and I'm on the other side. I think that's very rewarding, maybe more rewarding than like a handstand or an arm balance, neither of which we're working on today, but just keeping that beginner's mindset present with our practice. Um, I had a student request core for this week, and so we're going to lean into that. If you are feeling that you do not want extra core in your practice, that's totally fine. Feel free to customize every moment to whatever it is that your body's craving. But let's start in Shavasana, just laying down on the back body. We'll take a moment just to sink and settle into our space and into our bodies and our breath, arriving all together to our practice. Once you take a moment to settle in, adjusting your body to the earth, making sure that your head, neck, and shoulders feel comfortable. Maybe allow your arms and your legs to open, creating more space through the front line of your body, taking up more space. And just begin the process of turning your attention inward. You might first connect with the flow of your breath. Maybe first just feeling the natural and organic flow of inhale in and exhale out. Maybe feel the connection between your body and the earth beneath you. The sturdy support of the ground holding you up. And as you begin to deepen your breath, can you deepen your breath down into the earth, taking on that sense of grounding? There's a lot moving around us in the world, so surely there's a lot moving within us. But through our breath and through our bodies, we can cultivate a sense of grounding as you walk through the difficulties and the turbulence, both external and internal. And so just know that this moment, right here is all that's real right now. The past has already transpired and the future is still yet to come. But this moment right here, right now is what we have. And so can we give ourselves fully to it? Embracing that sensation of the earth and the sensation of your breath. You know, you can always return to this. At any point in your practice, you can return to Shavasana, inhale in, exhale out. At any point in your day, you can come back to focusing your attention, your awareness on the flow of your breath. And taking a few more just slow and steady breaths on your own. Allow any tension from your body, any initial tension, to begin to release. Invite any clutter from your mind to start to clear. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take a big breath in. And when you're ready, an open mouth exhale to release. Let's just go once more like that. So a deep, expansive inhale, breathing down into the earth, feeling that sense of support again. And an open mouth exhale, let your breath go. As we shift into Ujjayi Pranayama, take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill up to the top again. And this time, maintain the seal of your lips, and as you exhale through your nose, strong Ujjayi breath out. And once more together, deep breath in through your nose, Ujjayi Pranayama. And maintain the seal of your lips, and through your nose, strong Ujjayi exhale. And continue with your Ujjayi breath. And then when you're ready to find a full body stretch, reach your hands up and overhead. Let's find circles through ankles and wrists. And after a couple rotations in each direction, spread through your fingers, your toes, find a big stretch through your hands and your feet. And start to bring your knees into your chest nice and close. A little sway from left to right as you gather a breath in. And then with exhale, let both your knees fall over to the right, gentle twist. And just let your legs stack heavy to the right side. Maybe tip your gaze to the left side of the room. Try to let your shoulders sink to the earth, and then take one big breath along the length of your left side. Let that breath empty out, release slow and steady. And just use your next breath in to slowly gather back to center, knees at the midline. And exhale your legs over to the opposite side. Drop your legs to the left. Maybe drop your gaze over to the right. As you drop into your twist, move a big breath now along the length of your right side, a full inhale, creating space. Then exhale into your depth. Drop a little bit heavier into your twist. Your next inhale brings you back to center once again, and you'll grab onto your yoga block, place it in between your thighs, the narrow setting, and bring your knees into an upside down tabletop. Now, if you don't have a yoga block, you're just going to hug your thighs together, squeezing your inner thighs together so your legs are like one unit. Yeah. Let's flex through our feet, pull your navel down to your spine, draw your front ribs to the back of your body so you feel your core already light up. We want to keep our low back completely anchored the whole time here. Hands will go behind your head, elbows wide. And then this first round, we're going to keep our knees in a 90-degree bend. And just super slowly as you inhale, maintaining 90 degrees to your knees, tap your heels down to the earth, hug into your yoga block. As you exhale, slowly start to lift your knees back up. Lift your head and shoulders, and we'll take a twist. Left elbow rotates towards or to your right thigh. At the top, hold and take a breath in. Squeezing into your block, stay as you exhale out. On inhale, we come through center, heart to the sky. Tap your heels down to the earth, maintaining that same 90-degree bend. Low back is actively anchored from the strength of your core. And exhale, lift and twist to the opposite direction. Right elbow is going towards your left thigh. Maybe it connects, maybe not. Squeeze and hold for a breath in. And squeeze and hold as that breath slowly empties out. We're going to go twice more like this. So we inhale through center. Navel pulls to spine, open your chest. Exhale, crunch and twist, turning to the right side of the room once again. We hold the top for our breath in. Feeling the strength of your right side body as you hold for exhale. With an in-breath, slowly through center. Okay. Heels tap down, heart opens to the sky, front ribs draw to the back of your body. And exhale, lift and twist to the left. Feel the squeeze through your left side body as you hold for your breath in. Hug into your yoga block, stay for breath out. And then one more round like this. We inhale through center, taking our time, feel the control of your core. Exhale, lift and twist to the right. Pause for your breath in. Stay, let the breath empty all the way out. Inhale, center, heels tap, heart opens. Front body to back body anchored to the earth. And last one, over to the left. Contract, squeeze, pause, take your breath in. And take your breath out. Keeping your block between your thighs as you come through center, we're setting up for our bridge pose. Head and shoulders drop back, arms can release beside you. Hug into your yoga block, taking a breath in. As you exhale, press into your feet and lift your hips towards the sky. And feel that hug into your block, creating some inner thigh engagement. And think about just gently sending your tailbone towards your yoga block and then send your block towards the front of the room. Can you find a little extra length from crown to knees? Okay, feel the heels of your feet. Dig into the earth and see how that helps to activate your glutes a little bit more. And then take one more full cycle of breath. Good. To lower, we'll first breathe in, hips maybe lift a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your pelvis down to the earth. Keeping your blocks between your thighs, bring your knees back into that upside down tabletop shape. Hands go behind your head. We're going to repeat the same movement before, but you have the option to lengthen your legs in between this time. That's going to increase the intensity a little bit. So as you inhale, maybe send your legs forward towards either like a 45-degree angle or towards a hover. Again, just making sure your low back stays grounded. Exhale, bend and twist, turning to the right side of the room. Breath out. You won't hold for an extra breath between. We're just going to inhale, legs forward, heart through center. You can choose your variation, choose your challenge. Exhale, bend and twist, turning to the left. Good. 2 rounds here. We inhale, legs forward, open your chest to the sky. Exhale, bend and twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen through center. Exhale to the left. Last round, slow breath in, extend. Exhale to the right. Bend and twist. Final one, inhale, lengthen, open. And exhale to the left, bend and twist. Okay, go ahead and release and relax, set the block aside. Draw your knees to your chest, or maybe find a happy baby to help release your inner thighs, or also working really hard. Deep breath through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. As you gather your knees to your chest, take a little rock and roll forwards and backwards. We're going to meet in a seat. And just move your yoga block to the front of your yoga mat so it's there if you want it. For our seat, we're going to send our legs out in front of us. Yeah. And then bend your right knee and step your right foot across your left leg. Then moving to a twist, right fingertips go behind you. Use your right hand to push the earth away, grow super tall through your torso. And you can either use your left arm to wrap around your right thigh and hug it towards you, or you can hook your left elbow on your right thigh to hook and twist. Flex your left toes to your face. Maybe turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Can you keep your collarbones nice and wide as you take a breath here? And really gently start to unwind from your twist, keeping your legs kind of as they are. We're going to move into a half Gomukhasana. So you're just going to walk your right foot towards the left side of the room a little bit more until your right knee lowers to stack about on top of your left. Make sure there's a little micro bend through your left knee. As you flex your left toes to your face, sit up tall with a breath in. You can use your hands on your right knee to pull your chest proud, and then exhale to go forward any amount. This one's pretty spicy through the left hamstring, so you probably don't need to go very far forward to find a nice deep stretch. Hands could also come down to the earth to frame your left leg. Maybe allow your upper body to round towards your lower body as you take a breath, head heavy, chin to chest. Good, we'll start to rise up and then just switching out our legs, send your right leg forward. As you bend your left knee, step your left foot across. Good. Draw your low back towards the front of the room to help you find nice tall posture. Place your left fingertips behind you, and as you sit up tall, take a breath. On your exhale, find your twist. So again, any arm variation to the right side that feels good for you. You might take your gaze over your left shoulder and think about pressing your shoulders wide, collarbones wide and broad, heart is open. And then send a big breath to the back of your body. And stay for breath out. And we'll unwind through center. Just like we did in the first side, we're going to kind of walk our left foot further across the right side of the room. Half Gomukhasana through the legs. Again, draw your sitting bones back, chest forward, breath in. Go forward any amount as you exhale. Make sure you have that little micro bend in our right knee so we're not hyperextending through our right knee. And then allow yourself to round once you find kind of that max range of motion forward. Chin to chest, full body breath in. And exhale. And as you start to rise up from here, release your left leg long. And you have one more kind of core moment here before we get into our actual flow. We're going to bring our forearms down to the earth. So we're kind of lounging here, active lounging. Elbows are stacked beneath your shoulders. Push into the earth, engage your core. And let's start with our knees bent back into that kind of like upside down tabletop shape. We're going to turn to our right. So as you roll onto your right booty cheek, rotate your right fingertips so they're pointing to the right side of the room and push into the earth. So you're lifting your right waist away from your yoga mat. Left hand can go to your left hip. And then as you get really strong through your left obliques, you're just going to send your legs out long. Yep. From here, take an inhale, lower your legs like maybe half an inch or 1 inch. Just a small range of motion. Keep pushing through your right forearm. From your strong left obliques, as you exhale, lift your legs up towards the sky. And just about twice more. So when inhale, legs lower just a little bit. And exhale, squeeze your left side body to lift. It's very, very small. It's more just about the engagement. One more time. Inhale, little release. Exhale, squeeze, lift. Maybe reach your left hand towards your left foot for 3, 2, 1. Bending through your knees, we're just going to flip to the opposite side. So rotate onto your left booty cheek. Adjust your left arms are propped up, maybe left fingertips are facing relatively to the left side of the room. Right hand to right hip, send your legs out long. You squeeze through your right obliques, take an inhale. As you exhale, squeeze to your right side, lift your legs up. Again, it's just a little bit, super long and strong through the legs. Inhale, little release. Exhale, squeeze, lift, feel your right side core working hard. One more time, inhale, little release. Exhale, squeeze, lift, pause, maybe your right hand reaches to your right foot. Your heart is turned towards the left side of the room. Here for 3, 2, 1. Start to bend, release through center, and just press your way into your tabletop pose. So we'll find our way to all fours. Take a moment just to move your hips a little side to side. Maybe find some circles through your rib cage, your cervical spine. Check in, tune in. And then we'll inhale to a cow pose together. Begin to lift your heart, actively untuck your tailbone. Feel the strength along your spine ignite. And then exhale to one cat pose. Push the earth away around your spine. So you find your way back to neutral, back to tabletop. We'll inhale, twist to the left, reach your left hand high, preparing for thread the needle. Big push away of the earth, pausing at the top, press the back of your left hand to the wall that's behind you. Give it one more inhale. And then exhale, thread your left arm underneath. Bring the left side of your face to the earth, left shoulder to the mat. Now, I like to keep my right hand boxed out for the next piece. It's going to be more challenging if you reach your right hand forward or find a half bind. Maybe a little bit of movement for your hips side to side. And then start to engage your core. From here, we're going to start to lift our right leg slowly up and back. Good, strong through your center. You can always hold here. If you want support, you can keep your right leg long to send your right tippy toes to the back of your yoga mat. Otherwise, from this lifted right leg, we're going to inhale, bend your right knee and just bring it down to a hover super slow. On your exhale from your core, reach your right leg up and back nice and slow. And twice more like that. We inhale, right leg lowers, bracing through your strong center for stability. Just hover your right knee above the earth and exhale, right leg up and back. Really reach through your right toes. One more time, inhale, right knee bends to a hover. And exhale, reach your right leg long. Now use your next breath in to slow motion, resist gravity, and bring your right knee all the way down to the ground. Pressing through your right palm. When you're ready, slowly unravel, reach your left hand, tall twist open to the left once again. Find your way back into tabletop. Inhale, cow pose, lift your heart and tailbone. Exhale, cat pose, push and curl. We'll switch to second side, so find long and neutral through your spine. As you ground through your left palm, turning to the right, reach your right hand high, big breath in. Staying for your exhale, big press of the back of your right hand towards that wall behind your heart. Inhale again to prepare. And exhale, thread your needle. Again, as you set yourself up, shoulders out of ears, actively root the back of your arm into the earth and start to engage your core. With an inhale, begin to send your left leg up and back, lengthening through your left leg. Remember, you can always have your left toes kickstand to the back of your yoga mat for a more supportive option. And stay for a moment, just find your steadiness, brace through your core. Then inhale, slow and strong, left knee is coming just to a hover, resisting gravity. From your core, exhale, lengthen your left leg up and back. 2 more, inhale, left knee slowly bends to a hover. It's okay if it's a little wobbly, and then exhale, lengthen up and back. One more time, breath in, left knee is just gonna hover. And exhale, extend your left leg up and back. Then super slow, when you're ready, bring your left knee all the way down to the earth. Press into your left hand. Unwind to the right, reaching your right hand tall for just a breath in. And tabletop, let it go. Okay, go ahead and tuck your toes in your tabletop as you inhale. I promise we'll eventually stand up today. On your exhale, float your knees into your hovering tabletop. So knees are like 2 to 4 inches off the earth. You're pressing into your hands. Find that little tuck of your hip bones towards your front ribs. Take a breath in. Now keep your left knee exactly as it is, hovering at a 90-degree bend. Can you pull your right knee forward towards your nose? Keep your shoulders relatively over wrists. Then inhale, right foot steps back, hovering tabletop. Second side, exhale, right stays at 90, shoulders over wrist. Just use your core to pull your left knee to your nose, tuck your chin. And inhale, hovering tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your pelvis to the sky. A moment here just to pedal through your feet or find any movement, any exploration that feels good. Let's make sure we're still connected to our Ujjayi breath. So inhale through your nose. And through your nose, exhale. Take a walk to the top of your yoga mat as you're ready. Uttanasana, forward fold. As you soften through your knees, rest your belly to your thighs. Let your head fall to the earth. Keeping some of the softness in your knees, use your next inhale to send your tailbone just energetically to the ceiling a little bit. Think about pressing your shin bones and thigh bones the slightest bit back in space so it's really, really small. You still have that little bend in your knees. Tailbone is still lifted towards the ceiling. On inhale, we'll find our halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Option to airplane your arms beside you. Reach long through your fingertips. Squeeze your pinky fingers towards each other. Triceps, back body, ignite. Stay for an extra breath in for this first one. Sits bones back, crown forward. Then exhale, forward fold, release. Rising to stand with your breath in. Choose your way up to Urdhva Hastasana, hands to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center, maybe eyes soften shut. Feel your heels heavy to the earth. Feel your tailbone lengthen slightly to your heels. Feel the support at your center, that strong center strength that you've been tapping into throughout your practice already. And then take a big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, release your breath out. And then inhale, reach your hands up high, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, bend your knees and tip forward into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Find a halfway lift with your in-breath. And then high plank on your out-breath. So you press into your hands and your toes. Can you lift your thigh bones up like a half an inch, maybe an inch, so that your pelvis is lifted in line with your spine? Feel how that maybe gives you a little bit more access to your belly strength. Take a nice big breath in. On exhale, we're going to take our left knee towards our right tricep. Don't worry about creating a connection. Keep your hands exactly as they are. So both hands stay on the earth, heart is square. The only thing you're going to do is you're going to take your right toes, your back toes, turn your right toes towards the right side of the room until your right heel lands. Don't change anything else. As you push through your hands, push through your right foot. Use your left obliques to pull your left thigh towards your body, so towards your heart, for 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowly step back to a high plank. Take a big breath in. We'll do the same thing on second set. As you exhale, right knee crosses towards your left tricep. Both hands are grounded, heart is square. You're just going to rotate your left heel down to the ground. And then pull your right thigh bone forward for 3. Push into your hands and left foot for 2. Right knee forward for 1. High plank, take a breath in. Knees up or down, shifting forward. Exhale to your belly, slow and strong, all the way to the earth. Good, untuck your toes. From the power of your thighs, can you anchor your toenails, the tops of your feet, to the earth? Once you have that strong glutes, inhale to your low cobra. Feel the power of your spine, float your heart away from the earth. And exhale to release. And twice with your breath. Inhale, low cobra. So counterbalancing all that front body engagement, elbows reach back and towards each other. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale, low cobra. Really feel the power of your spine as you float. And exhale, release. We're moving to a downward facing dog, so you can choose your journey there. Perhaps you move through an up dog, a tabletop, a child's pose, a plank, whatever you want. Then downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Take a deep breath in through your nose to reset. And then open mouth, exhale, release. With an inhale, right leg reaches tall, three-legged. You exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Option for a hip circle in each direction as you find a breath here. You could also choose to stay in stillness. Next, inhale, it re-extends your right leg, three-legged dog. On your exhale, bring your knee towards your nose, slow and strong. Hold as you take a breath in, pushing the earth away. On exhale, step your right foot forward. Cow lunge, left knee is going to sink towards a hover. Draw your chest through your biceps, take a big breath in. As you exhale, lengthen your legs any amount. We're going to go back and forth twice more with your breath. So inhale, cow lunge. Knees bend, heart reaches forward. And exhale, legs go long, hamstring stretch. Good. Last time here, inhale, cow lunge. Maybe squeeze your left glute to help release the front of your left hip. And exhale, cat lunge, legs go long. When you're ready to transition, start to bend into your front knee. Just step forward into a forward fold, left foot joins your right. We'll inhale to lift up halfway, maybe find your airplane arms to help ignite the back of your heart space. And exhale, forward fold, release. Rise all the way to stand on your next breath in, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands to heart. Transfer your energy over to your left foot. Moving into some standing balance, we'll lift our right knee up. And right away, we'll head into a figure four. So right ankle stacks on your left thigh. Send your pelvis back and down. Actively flex your right ankle and think about kicking your right ankle into your left thigh. Option one is to stay right here and breathe. Option two, for some challenge, keep your gaze focused at the earth in front of you. Bring your left hand to your left hip, and then right hand's going to catch the arch of your right foot. Now, keeping your gaze down at the earth for stability, maybe find a baby twist of your heart towards the left. So your right hand's going to gently pulling you towards that twist, that rotation. If you wanted to, you could reach your left hand towards the sky. Take one breath in and one breath out. From wherever you are, you're going to turn your heart forward, reach your left arm out in front of you. And we're going to eagle wrap our right arm underneath our left. Now this is going to add a layer of challenge, having the eagle arms. So you could also bring hands to heart. If you have the eagle arms, hands go away from your face, create that distance. Push into your left foot and stand up with your right leg. Big breath in. Take a slow step back towards high crescent legs with eagle arms. If you want to travel for a moment in your airplane pose, you could always pause there for a moment, but right tippy toes will land to the earth. Adjust your feet so they're hips distance. Good, strong inner thighs, strong glutes. We're going to inhale, scoop your elbows towards the sky. As you exhale, start to bend your back knee towards a hover. And then think about crunching backwards. So can you pull your front ribs back in space? Pull your shoulders back over your hips. Curl, crunch, chin to chest. Aim your fingertips towards the earth. On a breath in, slowly rise up. Lift your eagle elbows towards the sky. Twice more, exhale, slow motion. Bend into your back knee. Pull your front ribs to the back of the room. Shoulders pull back over your hips as you dip, crunch, curl, chin to chest. Last round, we inhale, rise up. And exhale, dip and curl. Again, drawing back in space so we're more stacked over our hips. And then over our left thigh. Chin to chest. You'll inhale, rise tall. This time as you exhale, unwind through your goddess arms. With the breath, reach your hands to the ceiling, full inhale. Exhale your hands to the earth to frame your left foot. From here, right hand is going to stay on the ground. You can start with just a twist, left hand to the sky, heart turns to the left. Option to stay here or side plank to face the left side of the room. Slowly step your left foot back to meet your right. You have the option for your right knee to release to the earth for added support, but wherever you are, push the earth away, hips nice and high, take a breath in. And then super slow and strong, high plank pose as you breathe out. Take an inhale in your plank, and then exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Let's reset, breath in through your nose. And then open mouth exhale as you push the earth away. Good. Send your left leg to the sky with your next inhale. Exhale to bend your knee, open your hip. Stillness, or maybe a hip circle in each direction as you take a breath here. As you're ready, re-extend three-legged dog, breath in. Knee to nose as our exhale, push the earth away. Curl, crunch up and in tight, take a breath in. Place your left foot forward and be held it there as you exhale. Moving into our cat-cow lunges. We inhale, cow lunge, bend your back knee to a hover. Open your heart. Exhale, extend your legs, find length. Just follow the flow of your own breath through 2 more rounds. Inhale draws you forward. And exhale, lengthen back. Good. One more cycle. Your breath in draws you forward. And whenever you're ready, exhale, lengthen through your legs, pelvis draws back. When you're ready, start to bend into your front knee. Find a mindful, purposeful step into your forward fold, right foot to the top of your yoga mat. So you inhale, half lift, option for those airplane arms. And exhale, forward fold, release. Rise to stand. Your inhale carries you up, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up high. Exhale to arrive hands to heart center. Begin to move into the strength of your right leg a little bit, so that little shift to the right. When you're ready, pick up your left foot. Start to journey into figure 4, left ankle stacks. Send your hips back and down. Proud to the chest, long neutral spine. Feel your core supporting you. Option to stay at center, focusing on the deepening of your breath. If you want a challenge, keep your gaze at the earth. Right hand to your right hip. The left hand grabs your left arch, so same hand to foot. Start to draw your heart to the right, finding any degree of a twist. It can be little. If you want to challenge yourself, you can turn your gaze as well. I like to keep my gaze down at the earth. Perhaps your right hand reaches tall, emphasizing that twist. From wherever you are, maybe you fall over. You're going to send your right arm out in front of you as you turn your heart forward to square. Eagle wrap your left arm underneath your right. Big push through your right foot, stand tall as you take a breath in, lifting your left leg with you. I know this is a long time on our right leg. Slow step back. High crescent lunge. Now, if your left toes did not land where you want them to be, just kind of wiggle your toes into place. Make sure your left toes are pointing square to the front of the room. Create that distance between your hands and your face. Inhale, elbows lift up, little tiny back bend. As you exhale towards that double bent knee crescent lunge, start to crunch in. And think about pulling your front ribs back. Pull your shoulders back over your hips. Fingertips towards the earth, chin to chest. On your inhale, rise back up. Big push, strong glutes. And twice more. Exhale, curl, crunch, contract, draw backwards. Pulling shoulders back over your hips. And then inhale up. You got just one more. Exhale, dip and curl. When you're ready, inhale, rise. With your next breath out, unwind through your goddess arms. Really press your arm bones back. High crescent is your inhalation. Hands to the earth as we exhale. Option 1, rotate right hand to the sky. Keep both feet on the earth. Option 2, pushing the earth away, step into your side plank to face the right side of the room. Find that upward energy, buoyancy at your pelvis. Take a breath in. And we exhale, high plank pose through center. Breathe into your plank. Down dog, push your pelvis up and back. Good. Take a wander to the top of your yoga mat, into your forward fold. Soften your knees, relax to your thighs. Head hangs heavy once again. Option for your second and third fingers, so your peace fingers to grab your big toes. You anchor your big toes to the earth. With a little softness in your knees, just inhale to lengthen from crown to tailbone, extend your spine. As you exhale, pull your elbows wide. Draw yourself to your thighs. Heavy through your big toes, elbows pulling to the width of the room. Move a big breath into the back of your heart. As you exhale, let go of the pull. Start to bend your knees and have a seat all the way down. Okay. And start in a cross-legged seat. We're going to move towards our full Gomukhasana. So we'll have the option for a forward fold. Most accessible will be cross-legged seat, forward fold. Starting with either shin in front, because we're just going to switch sides. I have my right shin in front. Cross-legged seat, option 1. Option 2, double pigeon, if you want to stack right shin or either shin, I guess, because we're just going to switch, like I said, on top. Or third option is walk your feet across. In this case, my right knee is stacked on top of my left knee. I'm going to flex through my feet. So the distance between your heels and your hips is going to change the sensation. You can always kind of explore with that, but make sure both your sitting bones are grounded. And take a nice big breath in as you sit up tall. Think about spilling the front of your pelvis forward as you untuck your tailbone. And then with an exhale, if you'd like to, if it feels right for your body to go forward a little bit, maybe start to dive forward. Kind of similar to the half Gomukhasana at the start of our practice. First, just find that initial moment of resistance with length, and then you might allow yourself to round down. Head heavy, chin to chest. I find that when I allow myself to round in this shape, I get actually a really, really deep stretch that is quite different than if I keep a long neutral spine. Elbows are bent so that my shoulders can slide down my back body and create that distance between shoulders and ears. And take 3 cycles of breath. And as you push the earth away slowly, and gently start to rise up. Unwind your legs and bring the soles of your feet together into a butterfly. I have kind of cranky hips, so I'm going to keep a longer butterfly, but you can find what feels good for you. Just customizing that distance between your heels and your hips. And as you inhale, sit up nice and tall. On exhale, let's find a twist to our right. So right fingertips go behind you. You can keep your left hand on your left ankle, or you can transfer your left hand to like your right knee, outer thigh, and draw yourself around. Let your knees stay energetically heavy towards the earth as you take one more breath. We're just going to slowly switch into our second side twist. Left fingertips go behind you again. Right hand can hold on to whatever for leverage, so find the anchor point that feels good for you. Breath in, grow tall. And breath out to rinse and rotate. And give yourself an extra cycle of breath. As we begin to release from our twist, we're going to find our hip opening second side. Again, maybe cross-legged seat, left shin in front, double pigeon, left shin on top, or you can scoot your feet across into your Gomukhasana. And let's check in, adjust. Sometimes second side feels incredibly different from the first. Once you have sitting bones grounded and you're ready, grow tall with a breath in. Allow your exhale to invite you forward any amount. Once you find that first point of resistance, forward. And then maybe allow yourself to curl and round down. Releasing the weight of your head heavy to the earth. Allow your chin to tuck into your chest. And then take 3 mindful breaths. From here, as you're ready to rise up, there's zero rush, so feel free to linger in your Gomukhasana a little bit longer if you need to. Unwind your legs. We're going to take one more little tabletop moment before we transition to our back body. I'll do this facing you, but in your tabletop, we're going to take a tabletop gecko pose. So you might, from your tabletop, instead of having your hips stacked directly over your knees to start, shift your booty back to your heels just a little bit so you can move your hands wide. Hands are going to go a little bit wider than your yoga mat. Once you have your hands wide, you're tented on your fingertips, and you can glide your chest forward in line with your hands again. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bend your elbows wide. So think about elbows going wide to stack over your wrists. Dive your sternum towards the earth. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades towards each other, but can you push your elbows to the width of the room, creating a big stretch across front of the body. As you inhale, push the earth away, rise up. Then we'll incorporate a twist on your exhale. Dip your left shoulder towards the middle of your yoga mat, and then look over to the right side of the room. Follow your inhale up through center. Exhale, switch. Right shoulder is going to bend and reach across towards the middle of the mat as you look to the left side of the room. Inhale through your center. As you exhale, sit back to your heels. Maybe take a big elbow circle, and then maybe like a forward shoulder circle. And then we'll start to lay down. So you can just hug your knees in and relax back. If you want to use your core again to go slow and controlled, if you haven't had enough core connection, feel free to go slow and controlled. But however you want to arrive to the back of your body. Once you reach the earth, just extend into a full body stretch, taking a big breath in. On your exhale, keep your hips at the center of your yoga mat. Walk your feet to the front right corner of your yoga mat. You could stack your left ankle on top of your right, or feet could be side by side, either way. And once you have that, hips stay at the center. Walk your upper body to the back right corner of your yoga mat. So you're coming into this like croissant shape. Perhaps you rest the back of your left hand into your right palm. Heaviness to your left shoulder and left hip. So you send a few cycles of breath down your left side body. Let an inhale slowly guide you through center. Return to your full body stretch, just lengthening out. And exhale, take it to the left. So feet walk to the front left corner of your yoga mat. So your hips stay at center, upper body wiggles to the back left corner of your yoga mat. Just finding your side body stretch. A few mindful breaths. So you listen to the sensations of your body. As you get the signal to release, just slowly walk back to the midline. And gather both your knees to your chest. Start with drawing some circles through your knees, maybe 1 to 2 in each direction. And then knees bent, place your feet about as wide as your yoga mat and tick-tock your knees over to the right. Now as you let your knees fall heavy to the right, can you kind of root as you flex your left foot? You root to the instep of your left foot, squeeze your left booty cheek, and bump your left hip forward. Think about using the strength of your left glute to push the front of your left hip towards the front right corner of the room, getting a stretch through your left hip flexor. Eventually, an in-breath is going to bring your knees to center. And then exhale your legs over to the right for the same thing. As your legs go to the right, little flex of your right ankle. Press to the instep of your right foot and then bump your right hip towards that front left corner of your yoga mat. You're squeezing through your right booty cheek to help find a big stretch to the front of your right hip. From here, as you come back to center, wander your feet together, knees fall wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. Find 3 cycles of slow and steady breath. Following your 3rd breath, you'll reach down to gather your thighs to center and then back into your chest. Curl your forehead or your nose up to your knees, drawing yourself into a tight embrace. Breathe in here. And then with your breath out, begin to release into your Shavasana. Send your arms and legs long. Offer yourself a moment to adjust your body back into the support of the earth. Soften your eyes shut as you release and relax your jaw. You take one more deep breath through your nose. And be one more open mouth exhale, let it go. Take a deep breath in when you're ready. And then just let that breath empty on its own. Let it sigh out. Option to gather one hand or both of your hands to the center of your chest. And then as you are ready, take a nice big breath in. Open mouth exhale to release. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers, always guiding us to live with greater authenticity and to love more deeply each and every day. I thank you so much for being here, and namaste.